Welcome to day 4 of our Understanding Text Structure unit. Yoo-hoo! All right. Remember, text structure is simply the way the text is put together. That is the way that the author organizes text. That's all that text structure is. Plain and simple. Nothing difficult or complex about that. All right, so we've already learned about 2 text structures this week. We've learned about cause and effect. Cause is an event, and an effect is what happened because of the event. So, again, our example that I'm constantly going back to is raining. It's raining outside. That's our cause. What is our effect of it being raining? The roads are slick, people can hurt themselves, and you're not able to go to parks or forest preserves. So, that's cause and effect. Compare and contrast is simply you are taking two things and you are finding what's similar, you're comparing them, and then you're finding what's different, you're contrasting them. The next text structure that we're going to learn about is description. All right, and you're probably wondering, well, exactly what is a description text structure? Glad you asked. All right, so text that is written in this particular text structure, known as description text structure, describes what something is like. It usually describes a person, place, or thing. So when an author writes a description text structure, they are trying to tell you what something is like. That is the whole point and purpose of that structure of writing, to tell you exactly what something is like, to describe it to you. All right. So when we think of description, we always want to ask ourselves certain questions. We want to know what specific person, place, thing, or idea is being described. That is always at the front of our mind. The things that we look for are a list of features or characteristics or examples. So if it's a description text, we're going to look for possibly the text describing how a person might look, how they might feel, how they might act. That's where those character emotions and character traits come back in. Aha! Although we've learned this once, we're always going to keep looping it into our learning. So some signal words or some clue words that we use to help us to determine if a text structure is actually description are words or phrases such as, for instance, in addition, for example, specifically, and in particular. Now, these are not the only signal words or clue words that you'll see, but this is just a list of some of the words you'll see that will clue you in as to, yep, I know this text structure is that of description. All right, so now we're going to try to determine what is this passage describing. It is a description text, but what is it describing? Horseshoe crabs are fascinating creatures. Horseshoe crabs have a round, dark shell and a long tail. They have 10 eyes. Some of their eyes are on top of the shell and some are beneath. Although they might look scary, horseshoe crabs are harmless, gentle creatures. What is this text describing? What is this passage describing? That's right. This text is only describing horseshoe crabs. How do we know? Well, one, the word or the phrase horseshoe crabs is consistently reiterated in this text. And two, it's actually giving us details about how horseshoe crabs look. They're round, dark, and long. They have eyes. And they look scary. So it's describing exactly how it looks. The features of a horseshoe crab. Awesome job. So that is simply description text structure. So quick, so fast, so easy. In a nutshell, if an author uses the description text structure, they are specifically describing a person, place, thing, or idea to you using different characteristics to tell you more about that thing. All right, that's it for description text structure today.